Welcome back to LearnPianoLive.com. Google is evil, and YouTube is owned by Google, so it's evil as well. Unfortunately, it also has a lot of really great tools to practice along with. So when I'm having students practice along with play-along tracks, I usually have them use YouTube, and I want to show you today how to get the most out of the most evil company perhaps ever in existence. So a few things we'll be talking about today is, first we're going to talk about the speed controls, then we're going to talk about the percentage controls, and then we're going to talk about hotkeys, including J, K, L, and then we're going to talk about the carets, and then we're going to talk about loops. And last, we'll talk about something called Audacity. And it's not the audacity to say YouTube is evil on YouTube, but it's a program for audio editing and stuff. So we'll get to all of that. And the other thing that is really stupid and perhaps evil is the way the copyright laws are written right now. So unfortunately, I have to use one of my own videos as my example here. But here's a video that perhaps you would play along with if you were a student of mine. And I think most people know that if you just click on the video, that will be the play and the pause. You don't actually have to go to the play and the pause. But something that a lot of people don't know about is the speed. So over here, if I go to this gear, then if I click on that gear, this is the settings gear, I only care about this thing right here, which is playback speed, and right now it says normal. But if I click on it, then you can see I've got the option of 0.75 to if I want to play along at 75%. That would make this a lot easier to play along with. But if 75% is still too fast, I could slow it down to 0.5. And then the whole video would be much, much slower. Same exact notes. But now you can hear it. It sounds really weird because it's at half speed, which is really, really helpful if I can't play along with the track at full speed. But if you're not on a mobile device, you're not on a phone or a tablet, then you'll also have this word up here, which is custom. And if you click on custom, now I can take this dot right here and drag it around by 5% increments. So I can go from 0.5 to 0.55. So now I can play with 55%. So I don't have to jump from 50% to 75% when I'm trying to play along. I can go to 60% and then 65% and slowly make my way up to one time or normal speed. So those are my speed markings. And then we also have something here that is the, actually I'm going to jump down to these carets right here. So if, while I'm like working with students and stuff, I usually don't like go down to that and click on that and click on play. What I'm going to do is use something called hotkeys on the keyboard. And that's just a keyboard that, is associated with one of these functions. So if I hold down, I'll go here to normal. This is the normal speed. Let me go back to the beginning so you can hear how fast normal speed is. For Misty, it's pretty slow. And so I'm practicing along at that speed. Let's say that's too fast for Misty. So I'm going to either click on the video or press the space bar, because the space bar is probably the most common play and stop hotkey that there is. And I'm going to hold down shift and press the comma, which is the, however you would say that, the less than symbol or the left caret. Anyway, when I hit that, you'll see real quick there, it pops up what my new speed is. I'll go back to the normal speed. Now it's 1 time speed. Now it's 0.75 speed. So every time I click that comma or that left caret, then it's going to make it slower and slower and slower. So now, as I'm playing, I can play this. And if that's too fast, I can hold down shift, press the left caret, and it'll slow down to 75%. Still too fast, left caret again, and now I'm at 50%. So the caret thing, by the way, the other caret, which is the period, that would be the right caret, or the greater than symbol, speeds us up by 25% increments. So you don't get to do like the custom speed thing using those hotkeys, but usually 50% or 75% is a fine speed to start out with. So I can press play by hitting the space bar and then speed up or slow down using those carets. All right, so that is the beginning of hotkeys, and that is the left and the right carets to change the playback speed. Now, I said spacebar to play or stop. That's not what I actually usually use. I'll usually use the K the letter K as my play and pause. And the reason for that is if you look on your keyboard, the one just to the right of the K is an L, and just to the left of it is a J on a QWERTY keyboard. And so if you hit K, that's also play and pause. But now I'm going to go back to normal speed here by holding Shift and pressing that period. So now if I press K, now I can jump ahead in the song or back in the song by 10 seconds if I press L, which is going to take me to the right or farther in the song by 10 seconds, or by hitting J, which is going to take me back in the song by 10 seconds. So that's my J, K, and L, and that's why I usually use those, because if I hit the right or left arrows, those will also take me forward and backward, but only by 5 seconds at a time instead of by 10 seconds at a time. So to really go through the song quickly, I can use J, K, and L to get through the song, to get to the section that I want to. However, if I already know where I want to get to the song, for example, a lot of students will like say, hey, I want to play this song by whoever the current most popular person is. And I know that I need to like transcribe the bridge because I've already done the verse and the chorus, let's say. And I'm only, let's say, like that far. I'm like 30% of the way through the song. But I know the bridge is going to happen about 60% of the way through the song. I can jump straight there by hitting the 6, because the 6 is going to take me 60% of the way through the song. If I want to go 90% of the way through the song so I can just do the ending, I hit the 9, it jumps all the way to 90% of the way through the song. If I want to do the whole thing again, and I don't want to go up here and I click that thing and drag it all the way back, I can just click the 0. There we go, stop that. Hit the 0, bam, I'm back at the beginning. This works while it's playing as well. So if you got some beginning part that you're trying to play, say at the beginning, it doesn't have like a great intro or whatever, and I just want to play the beginning part of it. Okay, and I'm playing along, and then I messed up and I want to go back to the beginning. 0 will take me back to the beginning. I don't have to click and drag anything. Now, that works great for looping things. However, sometimes, here we go, that's my percentage. Sometimes I want to just loop part of the song. Maybe it's not at the beginning and it's not 20% of the way. Maybe it's like 23% of the way or something. And it's just some little phrase that I want to work on over and over and over. It's not necessarily at the beginning. Well, then you can use this site right here, which is looptube.io. And if you're thinking, that sounds really suspicious, am I going to get a virus from that site? Probably not, but it does sound very suspicious. You're not going to actually download anything here. You're just going to go down here to where this says share. You're going to click on share, and because this is a Learn Piano Live video, you're going to share it with all your friends first, and then you're going to click copy, and then you're going to come over here and just paste that right into there. So at that point, it's going to pull up the video, and now you can loop any section you want just by dragging these little guys around. So if you want to just loop the section that goes from 7 minutes to 7 minutes and 8 seconds, that's an 8-second loop. So now it's just going to play that little section of it, and when it gets to the end, it's going to loop it back around as many times as you want to practice that. So I wouldn't click on any of the ads on this site, and there's also a good chance that by the time you get to this video, this site will no longer be up, and there will be some other sites. But you should be able to Google, Google. You should be able to DuckDuckGo or some less evil search engine, looping YouTube videos and come up with whatever the current site is that's about to get taken down that will loop your videos for you so you can practice on those little sections. You still have all of your settings here, so if you want to, you can still go to your playback speed and change all the playback speed, and all the other regular hotkeys work on this current version, but it'll also loop it for you. So you just set your speed, set the little section that you want. I would recommend that you give yourself a little bit of a buffer, especially if you're looping the beginning of the song. So if the song comes right in at the beginning, and you want to just work on, let's say, the first 8 seconds of it, I'd loop it for the first 10 or 12 seconds so that after you get done with the little lick that you're working on, it goes for a couple more seconds while you reset your hand on whatever instrument you're working on, and then you're ready for that to loop back around at the beginning, because if you just do the section you're working on, then each time it comes back around, it's going to slap you in the face. Okay, cool. And then the last thing is, if you want to, you can also search engine YouTube to MP3 converter if you have some kind of MP3 or audio editing software. And then these almost definitely will give you a virus. And all of these sites look suspicious. I have used several of them before. And so I, as far as I know, don't have a virus currently. But anyway, you see most of these, if you click on them, that's perfect. So don't click on them. But if you wanted to, you could use those to convert YouTube videos to MP3s. Same thing, you just copy and paste the URL in there, and then it'll give you a download that will give you your song and probably something that you don't want. If you wanted to, though, you could use a legitimate free program called Audacity, but you should not do this. I would highly recommend that you don't, because this might run afoul of several stupid copyright laws. So this might be illegal. I don't know. I'm not a lawyer. I teach piano. But I know that I've heard rumors from some people that they go to their video, they go to Audacity, they click record on Audacity, and then they go to their video and they click play, and it records the audio. And then when they're all done with that, they will have their own recording of the video, and then they can save that and edit that and loop that and change the speed of that within Audacity, which is a free program, which is great, that you definitely shouldn't use to break any laws at all. But that's another option for some of my students who are terrible outlaws. So I think those are all the main topics for right now. That on YouTube, you can change the speed. That's great. You can jump percentages of the way through. And it's also more useful for like the looping sites and stuff that won't loop like Spotify files and stuff like that. So anyway, hopefully there's something in there that's useful for you, and you definitely shouldn't do anything that breaks the law or breaks your conscience. But any of that other stuff, go for it. Go explore, mess up, have fun. Rock on, friends.